Someone say something for me. Okay, thank you. Alright, one sec.
Would anyone else like to continue the summary?
We fought a Brachydios and I stabbed it in the face. I don't think I was supposed to stab it in the face. And that's about
We
it.
fucked that shit up. We went there in to get materials as an excursion for some canisters we're gonna make for Zell. And yeah, to interact with them hit points and like fuck some shit up. We set up a nice ambush, flanked around this lake. Some of us took a swim. One of us took a swim. Other ones like crowded around the thing, and then we fucking jumped it.
Yeah. Anything else someone would like to add? Yes, no? Alright, let's move on. Let's see. Oh, right. I probably confused. Okay. Here you go. Okay, so you guys just finished up. Actually, you guys should be. Actually, you're still here. Yeah. You guys just finished up, right? If I remember correctly, you guys were thinking about lugging the rest of these things over. You wanted the meat or some shit, right?
Yeah, I think I wrote some of it down in the notes.
Right. Okay. So, are you dragging this back into where the dwarves live, or like what's going on?
How far away are we from civilization?
The closest civilized people are the dwarves, which are up the volcano.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember. We're at the volcano.
Yes, you're at the volcano. You guys went down the volcano towards like one of the lake areas on the volcano. Found this creature drinking water. That's right.
Oh, hey, BB, you're good at making calculations. How much do you think the rest of this weighs after we took the stuff from it?
Let me use my eye scales. How much does it weigh?
Do you have eye scales?
No.
Give me intelligence check.
That'd be nature. Or just straight
Nature works too.
Why do I proficiency
I would say
in nature?
survival counts as well.
Yeah, why not? Your choice. Your choice.
I'm going to say that Vivi is the type to do things more based on the theoretical nature as opposed to his personal experience. So, yeah, you figured out just fine. After taking apart its head and kind of its tail and some other parts of its body, it still weighs a good, like, 150 pounds.
That's nothing.
That's like White Alex. This thing weighs as much as White Alex?
I mean,
I weigh more than that.
chop it up.
You took
we
off.
chop it up.
You took off its head and its tail.
The rest of it weighs as much as White Alex?
I weigh more than that. I'm 160.
250 pounds. Screw you guys. Kami-sama decided to correct the number.
Okay, but there's like 5 of us. I'm sure each of us can carry like 50 pounds.
Yeah, I could probably carry
I
White Alex
have
for
20 strength.
30 seconds or so, you know?
I'm pretty sure. What animal can this
It's a
do?
fucking dinosaur.
Oh,
A horse weighs like a fucking thousand something pounds.
it is.
Yeah, an adult horse is 660 pounds, an Arabian horse is 1,000 pounds, a cow is 1,600 pounds, and that's a
Really?
fucking dinosaur.
Alright, I clearly don't understand how much animals weigh. As I was gonna say, this is supposed to be like the size of 4 elephants. Well, I really fucked up, haven't I?
An Asian elephant weighs 8,800 pounds.
Nice.
An African elephant weighs 13,000 pounds.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
so this guy weighs 50,000 pounds. Okay, cool.
Well, you guys also took parts off of him.
Okay, so it weighs 20,000 pounds.
Maybe not that many pounds. Maybe not that many parts. That's also making me wonder how exactly did you manage to take his skull off?
With our hands.
Oh my
How
god.
much
Our
can I
characters
lift?
have better survival than we do in real life. It's okay.
my God.
I'm sure our characters figured it out.
How much can I lift with 20 strength?
I would say one person with 20 strength is probably not sufficient.
Well, yeah, not for 20,000 fucking pounds, but how much can I lift with 20 strength?
Oh,
Like,
that's a very
just as a
good-
general rule of thumb, is 20... And
Yeah,
what's
so
the...
okay, let me put it this way. You're not carrying the whole animal back. That's the consensus.
Can we use tools? We have technology. It'll take more than one of me, maybe, but I can definitely have a bite. How much is reasonable? How reasonable is it?
Okay, look, it's not like we live in the middle of nowhere. I'm sure we could outsource the work, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, my family did hire servants. I'm Australian again, I hate myself. It's so hard to between the two.
Allow me to introduce you to the world of delegation.
It's
I mean, we're adventurers, we adventure, we kill things, it
Right.
happens. It was
I think
trying to
we-
blow us up.
Didn't we not want
Zara
to kill it for our reasons, not for like legal
Yeah.
reasons?
it was
Yeah, we were not supposed to kill it.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was more so like, you know, doing so would be beneficial.
It'd be
and
more
something that
convenient to drag it if it could use its own legs.
Yeah, so what happens is if you captured it,
We could ride it back to civilization.
you can well, you could call well, no, you could ask the guild to deal with the matters after that. And then they'll reward you for capturing something alive.
Could they handle it now?
Well, they could also come up to grab this thing that's dead. Yes. But it's not the same.
Okay, but we can do that.
Yes, you can. Nothing's stopping you from doing that.
Okay,
You
we'll
didn't
call
go
on the phone.
you didn't go out of your way to kill like 50 of these things, so you're not like causing like an endangerment problem.
All right. We're not doing it. They're doing it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Ben. Don't worry, Bren. We're not dealing with it. You're dealing with it.
Wait, hold on. We need to pay them. Like with our money.
Philip's dealing with it.
Did you not give your servants a living wage?
Well, they lived with us. They don't really need the Australians coming out and they hate it. They didn't really have a need for currency. We just kind of.
That's called slavery.
We fed them and homed them and
That's still slavery. No.
Well. Alright. Alright, you're leaving there to rot? Alright. Alright, but back to nature it is. Destroy all enchantments. Good to know. Alright, what about the rest of you? Is this a lost cause? What's the consensus?
I mean,
BB has
I
a
don't know,
pocket knife and lots of time.
call up the guild and get a quote.
Alright. I mean, again, the person with the phone... I mean, any of you could use the phone, so if you guys want to make a call, that's up to you, I guess. I think actually BB's the one holding the phone, much like he's holding everything else in his freaking metal chassis.
Hello? Is anyone in there?
Hello? This is the
Hello?
guild. Yes?
We killed a dinosaur.
Oh, which one?
This one.
I
Is it a
can't.
video call?
No, I can't see.
Okay, come quickly.
Where?
Here.
Where's that?
Where the fuck are we? I don't know. Insert location here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where we
Yeah.
are. I don't know. I'm sure BB can give some map coordinates or some bullshit. Or I don't know.
Those. Okay, we can work with that. And what is it?
Dinosaur.
What color is it?
What color is it?
Look at the token.
It's like blue and green slime. The green slime is the important part.
All right.
Honestly,
Green
I don't know what I'm
slime?
looking at on this
Okay.
token.
Oh, okay.
I honestly do not know like which part is the head
Alright.
or the legs or anything on this token.
Green slime? Oh, all right. I see. Okay. No, it's just a BB's head. Zara's busy concocting her newest edition or some shit.
BB is busy having -1 charisma.
Alright. Okay. Okay.
Yes, please take him away. He is too heavy.
He's too heavy. Alright, we'll get to that. As promised, you will get some amount of these materials when
But-
we are done with it.
Okay,
But-
please do it quickly.
Yeah, okay, we'll get on it. Okay, we should be dealt with it by the next 24 hours. Alright, thank you. Have a good day, Mr.
Okay, goodbye.
Okay, you hang up. Leaving the receptionist very confused. Alright. I
Okay,
guess
Bren, let's kill another thing.
Okay. The hill is up north. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're going somewhere else.
Let's go kill another thing.
Okay. So you guys hike your way up back to the volcano entrance where the dwarves live. You see one of the dwarves. It's got his nose is buried inside this like medium-sized textbook of sorts. And he looks up and like, "Oh, you guys are back. You found what you're looking for?" Oh, what's this for? Fairy fire canister. Oh. Okay. Well, we can accomplish something like that. Note that you're probably covering them in goo as opposed to, you know, what fairy fire would normally be. Is that alright? Okay. Note that it's possible to set these people on fire after that. I'm not sure if that's your intended effect. I'm not entirely sure about the details. It really depends. But I'm just saying, like, is that like okay? The lady, what does she think? Or should we just like wait on that? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll figure out the details. And when do you need this?
Yesterday.
Oh, okay. We'll get on it post haste. Sure. Is there anything else I could help you with? Well, we're going to need one vial, and we're going to need probably something to make the shell of the canister. Unless you're okay with metal, I guess. But we're gonna need preferably something of the same, of some sort of magically inclined creature will probably better store this. Regular metal kind of just gets eaten away by these type of things after a sufficient amount of time, you know? Okay, cool. I'll just say it'll probably be finished in the future. Right? Details will come to pass in the future. Alright. And is there anything else you guys want to do here? Anything like that? Yeah. No? Good? Okay. Alright. Is there anything else you're gonna do this day? Or the next few days before your week is out, more or less?
Are we getting a long rest?
Yeah, you're getting a long rest. Unless you are getting to a fight before your long rest.
Are we getting into a fight before our long rest? Like, do... Okay.
Unless you want to pick a bar fight, no.
Fight the bar. Fight the bar.
I am here to punch things. Well, stab things.
Am I right in assuming you've been hired to protect me? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not entirely sure of our...
I stab the
Relationship
things that
here.
will hurt you.
I like pinch myself a bit. No, I don't think... Oh, that is her job. Oh, okay, good, yes. Great job. I appreciate you.
Okay. Okay. What?
I like.
Which spikes? As I the Raytheons? spikes? No, those are large. Those are large and poisonous. Large, sharp, and poisonous. Probably any sort of thing will help you stab better. It's just what flavor of stab better are you looking for? Hard Fang. I'm like trying to figure out where. No, I'm opening up the document. Narakuga Hard Fang is small. Yes. Well, you have two miscellaneous parts. Purchase parts? Okay. Give me an investigation check. Yes, you can bring Vivi with you.
Oh,
Also, you're in Wyvern Crest. Just for context.
BB enjoys commerce. Sure, if my character sheet will fucking load.
Alright, what'd you roll? Nice. Okay. Vivi, you kind of just hang around while Bren goes up and starts chatting with random people because you're there to be a garbage can, not to actually interact with people in a social manner. But as you stick around as Bren's handy garbage can, you do pick up on like the discussion not only Bren's having with other people, but like kind of all the other conversations that's happening around you guys as well. You start realizing a few things. First of all, Wyvern Crest is like the governance of this place is a little weird. Like a lot of things are kind of handled essentially by people carrying around their magic staffs and swords and waving them in front of their stores. Like if shit goes down, like there's usually some sort of fight going on in the city. But for some reason, like things aren't awful, and a lot of times order is kept more or less by someone beating the shit out of someone else. With that said, the guild is very strict on specific things in particular, and they will take care of that. So specifically, what it comes down to is distribution of monster parts is kind of regulated very heavily. If you want to buy it, like monster parts, it's kind of like boils down to a couple options in Wyvern Crest. It's you either have to go to the guild itself, which you can trade in money, or like you can trade in money for the stings for the parts you're looking for, but like it's also contingent on like whether or not you've been making like sort of contributions to the guild and things like that. So there's like kind of weird rules set in the way that isn't entirely clear, but like it appears to be like some sort of contribution system. Given your current activities, you haven't done that many things for the guild at the moment. You're not exactly well known or anything like that, so you're not entirely sure if you'll be able to get the parts you'll be looking for that way. Another option is to hope that some black market traders are lying around in plain sight in the marketplace and trying to ask if they have anything they're able to spare. And it's still possible to try and trade for parts. It just can't be anything crazy. So they won't be able to give you anything in bulk, but maybe a couple of parts here and there you might be able to trade for at a price that might be higher than usual because trading a Wyvern Crest is difficult. As a side note, because of these type of regulations, a lot of like monster poachers or like people who like kind of want to deal with the parts on their own terms take their business elsewhere. So, is there anything else you want to know?
BB has learned about the ways that we do the monster things. We'll relay the information to Brad.
Okay.
How should we go? Oh.
Okay.
BB will engage in commerce with Brent.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
How many days later is it right now?
Like 1 or 2. Anyways, is it just the two of you? Is anyone else coming? Philip, what are you doing during this time?
I have no idea. Probably.
Okay.
This is the long rest time?
You guys, yeah, you guys got a few days left before you guys all agree to set out to your next location.
Yeah, I don't know what I do with my real life days. So
you're getting sloshed.
yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Gwen, how about you?
What are we looking for these parts for again?
For your sword.
It is from my sword, right? That's what I was checking. So Gwen does not know this is for her sword?
No.
Does Bren have my sword right now, or is he just getting materials for it?
I mean, strictly speaking, none of you actually know how the swords work at the moment. I just told you at a time, but you don't know that it eats stuff. Okay. I just told you that if you were looking to do it, it would be like you realize it eats stuff or anything else. Sure. Let's say you accidentally fed something. What would that something be? Okay, sure. Yeah, Gwen accidentally touched the one of the shards while you guys were messing around with stuff or something with her sword, and it got like the sword kind of glowed and then dissolved the thing and kind of it dissolved the shard and then like the tendrils kind of was absorbed in the sword.
That's fucked up. Okay. Sure.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Yes, we have done that. Although bringing it back was... Well, it could have been worse. I guess that's what the teleportation circles are for. Though we had to definitely butcher it up and carry it in pieces since it was kind of dead. In the future, if it's possible, if any of you know how to do that, if you ask us to pick it up, please prepare some things before we get there to help with the preservation of these, like the meat and the materials and things like that. We do, but I suspect that girl over there probably has also went through the details when she was working with one of our researchers. Yes, but she's part of your group, right? TCG, I'm looking through the list, yes? So ask her to do that next time. Yes, you can... She kind of digs through the desk. Yes, there's this. It's kind of like a beginner's guide of things you can do. She would probably know more details than this, but I guess reading this wouldn't hurt for the rest of you. Right. Okay, right. So, normally what happens is if you give us a call and we manage to pick it up and bring it back for research, some part of what we have is given to you as a reward. In this case, it appears that you guys have done quite a bit of harvesting on your own, but you did leave us with some good stuff anyways. So, of the stuff remaining, you guys have... let's see what I gave you guys last time. Alright, we managed to recover some more. Another 2 vials of slime and 3 shells. That's your cut. Yes. Oh, okay. So let's see. Let me see. You guys have done this. Ooh. She's done a lot of things here, hasn't she? And that other... There's this one person who speaks a little strangely, like he's high class or something, but he seemed pretty happy to be... He did some stuff here too. Okay, for you guys, I believe you're... Yes, you should have the credentials to be able to trade in parts you have for other ones. So, it comes at a 2-to-1 rate. So specifically, you can do 2 big parts for 1 big part, or 2 small parts for 1 small part. If you wish to trade small parts for big parts, small to big is 1-to-4. Four to 1. The shell is small. Well, actually, the shell's big. Never mind. It's so what it means is like 1 small part is Like one big part is 4 small parts, but you still have to trade 2 to 1. Right. 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 Okay. Sure. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. Have a good day. You can. The trading area is to your left, down 2 doors. Alright, so I guess you get the stuff done. Alright. You trade some of the stuff in, and you should be good to go.
Nothing but smile.
Are we set up anywhere?
You just like live in a hotel or some shit. You guys don't have a home. No. Okay. Are you feeding it now, or like?
Shing. Are you sure you want to do this on the bed?
It just, you stick it on the sword. It kind of looks like this more intimidating thing with like the stuff next to it. You can like really see it, and then it gets dissolved into like this blackish smoke, and then it's sucked up into the sword, and it's gone. Nothing remains. And after that, the kind of sword glows more brightly for a couple of seconds, and then fades away. And there's no light at all now.
Wait, it's not glowing anymore?
It's not glowing anymore.
Bran, you broke it.
Bran has fucked up.
Gwen, you pick up the sword, I guess, right? To examine if it's more stabby.
Yeah.
You pick up the sword, and as you pick it up, your head starts feeling it hurts.
Bran, you broke the sword.
You're really upset because not only is it not glowing anymore, picking your head hurts for some reason, and the pain is steadily growing.
Ow, 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 my head.
Give me a charisma saving throw.
Bran ruining everything again.
Okay. All right. You feel like there's the pain just gets worse and worse, and eventually you feel as if like something else is inserting itself into your head almost, and give me an Arcana check on top of that. Yeah, it just feels like something is inserting itself into your head, and your head feels like it's about to be like cleaved in two, and your brain's like gonna jump out or some shit. And it's really, really painful. and you kind of teeter around as you stumble back and forth before the sword drops out of hand and you just collapse, like fall backward onto the bed. You black out.
Great, you broke Gwen.
BB is not a doctor. Oh shit, BB is a doctor. Holy shit, he has medicine proficiency. Look at that. Oh my god.
No.
Can BB fix broken brain?
You guys also see at this point the sword kind of like there's black tendrils going out of it and then kind of wrapping Gwen up.
This seems normal and safe. BB believes Bran has fucked up everything. BB believes that would be a prudent course of action.
Well, it doesn't take as much effort as expected. You kind of just picked up the sword and just like pulled it away from Gwen. You see there was like a bit of resistance, but then the tendrils fall away from Gwen and kind of goes back to the sword. Alright. You see the tendrils go back again. But this time, before it gets there, it seems to kind of shudder slightly and recoil, and it retreats back very, very quickly. After that, the sword starts glowing again.
BB thinks that the sword is broken.
She's still unconscious.
Whoa.
Hello?
Ring. Whoa. Oh,
Hold on.
she doesn't?
No.
Oh,
He has
no.
only one phone. You guys are all poor. Don't
We
have
only have
phone.
one phone?
Yeah, maybe.
Why
I
didn't
don't
we
know.
buy more phones?
Well, maybe you should invest in that.
Oh, shit. Okay, let's go
Phones
get
are
her.
expensive.
Let's go get. Are they? Let's go get her.
Alright, you guys gonna leave her in bed? Alright, you do that. Alright, while that's happening, Gwen, you're having a strange experience. After blacking out, you kind of open your eyes back up. You see you're kind of surrounded in this like black space, but there also seems to be like these dark purple and blue like tendrils all around you, and it still hurts, but it's not just your head now. It kind of feels like your body, but you know it feels like it's something is kind of digging like this kind of like sharp chisel or something through like every part of your body, and it's just like this very unbearable like pain that digs deep under you.
I'm gonna fucking kill Bren.
And you feel like you can't you're trying your best to like resist and like not let it like take over all of your senses when there's a light that kind of shines above you, and you see kind of you feel some light shine over you, and eventually the pain starts receding bit by bit, and you can kind of feel like you can see through the pain at this point, and you see what appears to be a sword and a shield kind of hovering over you. And you recognize the symbol as it's the symbol of your faith. And it kind of hovers in front of you and just comes to a stop, like a few paces away from where you kind of are standing, more or less.
I poke it.
You poke it. Okay. You walk up and poke it. Yeah, it glows brighter and brighter, and your vision kind of fades into white this time. And when it goes back into something normal, you realize you're standing somewhere different yet again. And you seem to be standing in the middle of a room that's surrounded by humongous thrones.
How many thrones?
There are. You start counting the thrones as you look upon it. You count 1, 2, 3, 4. You count until you get to 11 and 12. You stop.
Does that mean like I stop at 12, counting at 12, or there are 12 thrones in the room?
There are 12 thrones in the room. You realize you got back to the beginning.
Oh. And like they're in like a circle?
Yeah, they're in a circle.
And it's just the thrones? There's nothing else?
You're just counting thrones so far, but you realize pretty quickly that 12 is a pretty significant number in the faith, as there are 12 main gods that most of civilization that you know of worship. And as you finish counting, you hear, well, it's so nice to finally be able to speak to you. And you turn and you see...
I turn and I scream really loudly.
Whoa, that's not... There's no need to be so excited. I understand it's not every day that you get to talk to a higher being, but...
Holy fuck, who the fuck are you?
Oh, that's... Oh. Well. Let's try that again. You see right now this person seems to be more or less your size, but as he says that, he grows and grows until he seems to be fitting for one of these thrones. And he sits down on one, and you see a giant apparition of the sword and shield behind him. Am I more recognizable now, or do you still need some assistance?
Oh, I mean... Fuck, am I dead? Did Brent fucking kill me?
No, you're not dead either. Although I'm very concerned that's the first conclusion you reached.
I mean, I still got shit to do, man.
Okay. At least it seems like you're not looking for death. Okay, that's a good start. But no. In short, you're not dead. You're not dead. This is merely a form. You're merely managed to finally come into contact and with this realm without kind of having your soul get blown apart.
Oh.
Which I guess is a good thing.
Yeah, I like started patting myself like, yes, it's good. Wait, okay, so you're like...
Yes?
I I know I worship you and all that, but like, it's not like I'm a particularly renowned priestess of yours.
That's, I get asked that a few times when this stuff comes up. It's definitely always interesting to see this question come up, though. But no. See, there's a difference between the clerical and the paladins. All right, clerics gain power through their faith. They essentially, as they worship and practice the the values and the beliefs that they hold, they gain more power through that as they become more attuned to what they strive to represent. Paladins, on the other hand, while many of them are also faithful and many of them kind of progress similarly to clerics, the most important difference is that paladins are chosen. They are chosen because of one reason or another, but usually it's that they, one, already represent the faith sufficiently, but also two, because their services are needed as a representative of a god. Does that make sense?
So the reason I'm here is because you're choosing me?
Yes, which I guess begs for some more questions.
You don't sound very confident of yourself.
Well,
Like, not that I'm in a position to question a god, but like,
it's kind of a difficult situation to be in for gods right now. I should start at the beginning. First of all, I believe you have already come into contact with some of the more dire aspects of this island. Some of your adventures have taken you and the people in your group into contact with some, you would say, evil forces, more or less. Something about medallions, a seal, some witch. Sounds familiar?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Right. So, this witch is a problem. And if the seals on her are undone fully and she is allowed to return to power, she would probably lay waste to this entire realm. Right. Specifically, we've gotten to this point, so I can give you some more details. But note that if if I can give you any more information besides vague musings, it's kind of essentially an agreement that you're going to help carry this out.
I mean, I also would sure like to not die, from the realm being exploded. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that as your affirmation then. And with saying that, you see, he kind of raises his sword up and points it at you, and more light, this kind of bluish turquoise tint, flows out and surrounds you. You don't really feel that much different, but he's like, okay, well, now I can actually talk about things. See, due to the covenant that all the godly figures share, we are not allowed to speak of certain things with mortals. Specifically, it is considered a form of interference. However, since you have agreed to act as a representative of mine, I am allowed to share more of this information. in general, that kind of is a problem that many of the. It's a problem that all 12 of us have when it comes to dealing with threats that are of a sufficient power level. Rather than being able to deal with it directly if it threatens the plane, we must send more representatives. In fact, that time, hundreds of years ago, I remember we had to send a group of adventurers, much like you and your fellows, in order to deal with this threat. Anyways, so what lies in the middle of this seal, hidden under many, many feet of water, is an extraplanar being. Now that her name, which cannot be uttered carelessly, just so you know, so make sure not to say it until I would assume probably the rest of your friends would get clearance as well if they agree to this endeavor. But her name is Ultimacia, an extraplanar being from not of this place. We're not sure why she's here, but what we do know is that she is completely unhinged and wishes, I believe, to compress all of time and space. Which, unfortunately, she can do that. Or she would be able to do that if she regains all of her power. Thankfully, the first time she showed up, she was not at that point. She was recovering or something. I think she was in a very cataclysmic battle of her own, of which she was in some way, shape, or form on the losing end, and she ended up fleeing to our plane in order to recover. But in the process, she kind of started regaining her power here, and we caught wind of that and had to send all sorts of forces in order to stop her. Essentially, that would be a very short summary of what went down on this island first time around. Essentially, everyone living here was attacked by her minions and her spawn, and we had to all work together to try and stop her. Unfortunately, vanquishing her was not an option at the time, and the best we could do was seal her away under the lake and bide our time to hope for a more permanent solution, which unfortunately means we're going to have to send more people like you out again to do very dangerous things. Are you with me so far?
I mean, yeah.
What questions do you have, if any?
I don't know, just like shouldn't you have like left, I don't know, like records or something?
That is a possibility, and one that we have thought about, yes. The issue is that these records was just as likely to have prompted someone to have tried to break the seals for very, very bad reasons.
Yeah, I see your point.
Unfortunately, we were nowhere near close to that to prepared for that possibility. So we've decided it would have been better to just keep it a secret.
Okay, so I guess you need us to go out and seal this lady again?
Well, so far you've kind of been directed around to do certain things. I believe, if I remember correctly, your group would be heading out to Plumage Peak soon, correct? To go meet some individual. The All-Father, if I remember correctly.
I guess, yeah.
Interesting fellow, that one. Can't get a good grasp on him. He's a little eccentric. But it was kind of a bridge of a communication between us and the mortals that time. He's under some similar restrictions, but it's different. Since he's also extraplanar. Not sure why he's here either, to be completely honest. But at the time, we appreciated all the help we could get.
So was it like all 12 of you that fought together, or just like some of you on this island?
The details of that is still somewhat restricted. I can't really tell you because of the consequences that may follow. However, I would say that some of my brethren has decided to take a different approach this time around in order to get around this covenant, more or less. You may find that I have been left here to keep watch on essentially the higher realms, along with some of us others. But some of us have decided to take a more direct approach towards the problem, or as direct as they could be without infringing upon it. I'm sorry I can't be more specific.
Okay, I think I got it for now. Go out, look for stuff to beat up this old lady.
Right, more or less. As of right now, what you're doing is fine. It's just you probably want an explanation for where you're going and why this is happening. Would also say that part of the reason why you're here is also because something seemed to have happened to your soul.
Yeah, about that.
Right. You have some sort of sword, correct?
Yeah, you know if Bren actually like broke it permanently, or is it just like a temporary thing? Because I like that sword.
It's not broken. Far from it, actually. You seem to have awakened something in that sword. It's I felt there was another soul trying to essentially displace yours. Overwrite it.
From the sword?
Yes, there seems to be some sort of entity in the sword that tried to overwrite your soul just now.
You're saying my sword is trying to possess and kill me?
Well, kill is a strong word. More like you'll be forced to see your body controlled by some other entity for the rest of your life until you die.
I suddenly like this sword a lot less.
With that said, I wouldn't say this sword is... I didn't feel it was necessarily evil, if that's any sort of comfort for you. It just seemed like it didn't know what else it could do. But how you decide to deal with that problem is up to you. But for now, I have sealed away the spirit for the time being. I would say this much. In regards to that sword, the way it is now, if you decide to never do anything again, it will probably be left in that sealed state. However, if you wish to acquire more power in that sword, the seal will probably be undone again. You would have to fight for the possession of your own body, probably.
Uh-huh.
Now, perhaps there's another solution. Perhaps there's a way for you to either exercise whatever is living in that sword, or maybe you can communicate with it and come to some sort of agreement that does not involve the loss of your bodily functions. However, that is a problem left for you, as if nothing else, if you manage to figure out a way to solve your problems, you would definitely be practicing your faith. Since one of the most important tenets is practical applications of magic, which this would qualify as. Consider it a trial, I guess, of mine, if you wish to undertake it.
Okay, alright, I think we're done here. I think it's time to head back.
All right. Best of luck, and be more open to more meetings like this. I might have more things to say for whatever reason, but it'll usually be when you're unconscious. One
Sure
way or
hope I don't get possessed the next time I see you.
Yeah, I won't be able to save you a second time. That would be violating the covenant.
Alright.
All right. Have good luck out there. Have a good night. And
Do I wake up?
the whole area fades to white again, and you start struggling to open your eyelids. You are looking up at the ceiling.
Do I see Brian?
No. You crane your neck over and you see BB just staring at the door.
BB has repaired the Gwen.
Has repaired the what?
The Gwen.
I don't know what that is.
The U.
Oh. Oh. Thanks. I think.
You see the sword is on the ground next to the bed. It is glowing again.
Did you fix the sword too?
Yes, BB has repaired the sword.
Okay, I guess
The intense staring.
I guess Bren lives today.
You pick up the sword, and you can feel, now that you have come into contact with it, you can feel the influence of Balagar. You can tell that there's some sort of like effect of his on the sword, but beyond that, you feel something stirring under it.
Hey B,
Whoa.
I think I met the face of God.
Is that a good thing?
It never is.
BB will defeat the god with you.
I go back to sleep.
Bren, after 30 minutes, you burst back into the room with Zalra behind. Yeah, you're very loud. I don't know if Gwen woke up.
I throw my sword towards the loud sound.
BB has repaired the Gwen.
So is everything good? I can go back and read now, right? Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Did you hear that?
We leave tomorrow?
No, we'll try again tomorrow. Or did he say we'll leave tomorrow? Yeah, he said we'll try it again tomorrow.
I'll kill you.
BB is camouflage.
Are you in the room or out of the room?
BB is camouflaged inside the room.
Alright. Go ahead. You sleep with the presence of a trash can nearby. Everyone else goes back to their room. Cool. Alright, it's the day that you all agreed upon. Remember, you're going to Plumage Peaks. You guys have gathered up probably some amount of information during this time.
I have seen God. Nothing. Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. Yep.
She seems disinclined to answer your question.
BB can provide education for Bren.
Can you? Give me Arcana check.
Dispensing education.
Yeah, okay. Alright, Vivi. From your intense staring while you were repairing Gwen the previous day, you realize a few things. You realize that one, seems to be some sort of entity living inside the sword, which probably was affected one way or another by you guys throwing stuff on top of the sword and the sword sucking it up, right? But you also realize throughout the whole process that it was trying to do something to Gwen, but then for some reason stopped, which either suggests that Gwen managed to stop it somehow, or something else managed to stop it somehow. And the fact that it's glowing again probably means whatever is inside the sword is currently not doing anything. Now, you have no idea how Gwen managed to accomplish this, but you do have a general idea of everything that happened. And of course, it was all because of you.
BB has accomplished many things. Bren, BB can explain everything. So, the sword is a house. Bren asked too many questions. Maybe Bren can ask.
I think there is something living in the house. Depends if they're a good neighbor. That's a question for later. Like a good neighbor, stay friends.
Alright, baby. You have been given this task. Are you gonna do anything about it right now?
BB will use his squints of education.
Is this identify?
BB does not have the identify spell.
I thought you did. Yeah.
Oh shit! When we do that,
A while
we?
back.
it's not on my list. Oh, lit.
Yeah, it's supposed to be writing that shit down.
Oh,
Which you probably
lit.
did at that point.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay, so I guess you are identifying it.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
We can do that as soon as this character sheet stops being useless.
Alright.
Roll 20 hits it when I pop it out, by the way.
Really?
Yep.
I don't have any problems.
When I unpop it, for example, if I wanted to add an identify to my spell list, it gets angry.
Oh. It seems I have forgotten where I put the name of this sword yet again. Which is fine, because it's not that hard for me to figure it out. Okay. Where is this? So you're identifying it, right? You've... Okay.
Yes, BB knows everything.
Alright, so... At first you see pretty normal thing, which is like... You see... kind of what... You see words appear on your screen. The title of it says, Moon Touch Sword. And it's like, in darkness, the unsheathed blade, blah blah blah, it shines light, right? But then you see a bunch of other text scroll down under it, and it's somewhat scrambled. You take a bit of time to kind of poke at it, and try to figure out what's going on, and eventually you manage to make out a few things, which I'm going to put in the chat. Yes. Yeah, intended plan for sword. That didn't work, did it? You managed to first pick out that there's the sword seems to have another name, which you have trouble pronouncing. It's in D&D discussion. You can try, of course, if you would like, but you have trouble pronouncing it. Unless you actually pronounce it perfectly, in which case, fuck you. What languages do you know?
That one.
Jan Pindri.
Never mind. Gwen apparently, upon hearing you butcher it, can pronounce it. But you see the sword. You can also see kind of like a bunch of information of that. For summary, is essentially kind of like the Echo Knight things that Gwen has unlocked, more or less. And you see some more, and then after that, you see a bunch of red words that says like restricted, 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 restricted.
It broken.
You don't know why there's a bunch of red text in front of your screen right now, but
Yes, I do.
right.
Bren. Listen. Listen.
Alright, Glenn. Well, you have a name for your sword. That isn't Moon Touch Blade. Also, there's a bunch of red words all over it, apparently. If that comforts you in any way whatsoever.
Eh.
Alright. So, I'm going to assume that during this time you guys probably got some information on how to get to Plumage Peaks, or are you guys like going in blind?
Brad knows the way. Don't we have a map?
You do have a map, but the
Right.
map doesn't tell everything. Right. So, if you want information from like other people about how to get around there, you can try to figure that out as well.
Brad can drive. Brent is very capable of navigation. BB has confidence. BB has never been wrong.
I'm gonna assume Zelra did her homework and got information on this area, which she will share with you once I roll for her on how well she did. I don't remember her investigation perks. Okay, I see. Her investigation on the matter has turned up a few kind of relatively normal things. One of the big ones is that most people seems to actually follow the river until they reach another town, and then go from that town to Plumage Peaks. It appears to be a more consistent and safe way to explore that area. Although, at the same time, most people also haven't explored too deep into Plumage Peaks yet, because it's a snowy mountain that requires people to actually prepare for relatively adequately. But it's because of that they take like a pit stop in between. Most people have not attempted to go like straight north into the mountain that way because there's just no pit stop. And like you kind of when you travel to the unknown without any place to really fall back on, it's really freaking scary. But there is kind of like a path of sorts through Plumage Peaks from the other area, which a lot of people have kind of taken at this point. So most people, if they were exploring, kind of go through that space because there's like it's relatively safer up until you get to a certain point. So if I had to draw it on the map, it would be you go Wyvern Crest to kind of like this area over here, and then you go from here up the peaks. Did you guys get that? Alright, so if you look on the map on Rule 20, right, you kind of go from Wyvern Crest, like along the river, right, until you get to around like this area. Apparently there's like a town here or something. And you go from this town, like kind of up to the peaks. And the way I think you guys are suggesting, you go along this way, right? This is relatively unexplored. Probably.
What did they say, Brun? BB does not have a middle name. BB now has a middle name.
You don't have a last name either, but let's go on. Alright, how's everyone feel about this plan?
Sounds good to me.
Alright, Felix down for Danger. Danger is his middle name. Maybe. Glenn, how about you?
What?
Not paying attention.
Let's stab some shit.
Okay.
Stabbing.
Guys, decide going up north. Are you guys setting off now? Are you doing any prep or anything like that? Alright. Okay. Right. Of course. Okay. Right. There's no name. They just call it the happy place. Or, you know, they like wiggle their eyebrows. What? I'm sure I can figure it out, but thanks. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Goodbye? As you leave, it's just like, man, why is everyone I know a weirdo? Okay. Anything else? Yes, no? Maybe so? Alright, cool. You guys are heading out. What's the plan so far?
Have we been keeping track of rations this game? That's crazy.
Okay. You start heading north. At your current level, you can actually travel one full hex distance at this point. So you get all the way up here, more or less. I had travel rules, but honestly, I don't really care. So someone just roll navigation and someone roll for perception, and like as you're pretty much relatively set, more or less. Also, I'm thinking about calling it early, to be honest. So, like, but we'll be getting
what's
there
your
soon.
role for navigation?
What's your role for navigation? It is, if you have tools, it's navigator's tools. If you don't have tools, it's a straight survival check.
What the fuck do I have?
Not navigator's tools, apparently.
Oh yeah, of course.
I guess you have
Cartographer's
cartographers. Okay, that would qualify since you probably have like a map and you probably know how to draw shit. Alright. Alright, you guys didn't get lost. Thankfully, because you guys are on the coast. If you guys somehow managed to get lost from there, I don't know how to help you. Who is... Okay. Guys, she keeps watch. That's a 13. Yeah, I just can keep that good of a watch. Alright. I guess we're not gonna use Astral today because I'm probably gonna stop here. But I will show you guys kind of what is going on. You guys are trekking along the forest, more or less, along the coast. You can see kind of to the west. You can see the ocean line kind of on the horizon. It's pretty nice, you know, but like you're not walking along the coast per se, but like you can still see out in the distance if you guys really try hard enough through the trees and stuff like that. And as you guys walk up to the north, you kind of go on, and Zara kind of stops. Is like, I think I see something. Okay, and let's see. You guys are still on roll 20. You can open that up. All right. I don't know. Position yourself in a way that makes sense along the bottom half of the map. And you see, Zara points out in front of you, and you see kind of in the clearing, you see you see some creatures kind of frolicking about in some of the open areas in between the trees. She points them out and kind of looks at them. Let's see. She looks at them, but she can't seem to really... She feels like they're really familiar looking, but she can't really tell what they are. You guys are on the map, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. They are...
Snakes with legs.
Those are Toby Kadachi, but Philip doesn't know that.
They're snakes with legs.
They appear to be pretty small, and they have they're light blue. They have 4 legs, and kind of like a somewhat bushy tail, but they seem to be at most half your size. They're kind of small and cute, and they seem to kind of just be relaxing out in like the afternoon sun at this point. One of them is kind of like, a couple of them are kind of like bullying like a one that's smaller than the other two, and then you see another one kind of relaxing, kind of sleeping at near the base of a tree. If you wish to identify what's going on here, I would need some sort of nature check. But otherwise, that's kind of what you're getting.
BB suggests killing them for food. BB has seen them before, probably, suppose.
Roll. Yeah, you have seen them before. You check your internal database, and for some reason you can identify these as
Delicious.
children Toby Kadachis.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I guess BB thinks that's delicious. Yeah, but they are of the adolescent variety. I'll also say that with that role, you are aware that adolescent, these are Tobi-Kadachi of this age are still being washed over by their parents. Which means that if they're just running around here, their parents must be somewhere.
Bibi suggested there may be many things to murder.
You're just gonna run in? Alright, you're eager to kill a family. Alright, cool. What about the rest of you?
Bibi is prepared to help Brent slay a family.
Sounds like a reasonable thing to do. We're adventurers. We see monsters. We kill monsters. It's like what we're supposed to do 9 out of 10 times.
Alright. Alright, how does Gwen feel about murdering a family?
Gwen
Gwen?
is ambivalent.
Gwen is ambivalent about murdering a family. Cool. I'll say, in that case, I'll say that at least some of you start running up very happily and eager. Okay. Alright, cool. With that plan in mind, we're gonna call it here. I'm not, because I haven't actually prepared the sheets properly yet.
Murder, murder.
I have not prepared for murder yet. Although I suspected that this was going to happen, to be completely fucking honest.
Murder them.
I suspected murder, but it's okay. Alright, you're a murder hobo until told otherwise. Don't you guys have rations?
There's rations right in front of us.
Okay. Man, sure feels like a lot of you don't have a soul. If we're going by that explanation. Sure feels like this is a reoccurring thing. Okay. But yeah, next time I guess it would be a slaughter. Maybe. Unless Zora has something else to say if she shows up next time. But okay, cool. A lot of this was just kind of more foundation work. Gwen's sword is off.
And so we call it the night. I'm dying. I'm sick. So, peace.